Just got through reading the book Solitude, and I'm enjoying the scenery. Yet again, I read another book that reminded me of another one of my journeys. I didn't stay long in Cali, Colombia, but the book Solitude by Michael Harris reminded me of my trip. Now, Cali is a beautiful city in Colombia, but can be extremely congested and densely populated in certain, or actually in most areas anyway. The part of town that I stayed in was called El Penon. Now, this area was not that congested, but it also catered to tourists, for the most part anyway. Now, the best part of El Penon was that it was about 5 minutes away from Gato de Tejada, or Rio of Gatos, which was an area right on the kind of like this little river, but it had a lot of cat sculptures. And the one that I found most interesting was one that talked about how there were no cats mentioned in the Bible. I guess there was a lion, or I'm not sure, but anyways, according to this, there is not any mention of cats in the Bible. So I wonder if this is actually true. There's probably some Bible scholars out there who can correct me, but according to this sculpture, no mention of cats in the Bible. I don't know about other religious manuscripts if they mention cats, but anyways, this was the cat that I liked, the sculpture that I liked. This area was very peaceful and seemed extremely safe. On a daily basis, I would see tourists walking around with their nice DSLR cameras and didn't seem to have a care in the world. And many of the local businesses would have security guards. I'm not sure if they were provided by the local businesses, but anyways, they would have these security guards with billy clubs standing outside as a form of protection or as a deterrent to keep the riffraff out. Allowing thugs to steal or possibly injure the cash-paying customers is definitely bad for business. So in my opinion, this is a good practice. In many countries that I go to, there is a police presence which generally does a good job, but having the extra security guards definitely seem to make people more at ease. I didn't see anyone who was extra cautious of their cell phone or their purse. It just seemed like a regular little neighborhood. Obviously, there was also police around, so combining the both definitely made for what felt like anyway a secure environment. Now, keep in mind, this place that I stayed, or this neighborhood, El Penon, was a little pricey, especially like the restaurant, so the security does come at a price, but I assume that most of the tourists were willing to accept the trade-off of feeling safe and paying a little more for things like food. Speaking of food, one really good place was this right here. It had really good acai, so I ate here on several occasions. So the book Solitude. Very close to my apartment was a church on a hill called Iglesia San Antonio, and this church had an amazing view of the city. For some reason, looking at the large city of Cali from this point of view really gave me a sense of solitude in a positive way. So the book Solitude is about the importance of being alone. We are able to learn the most about ourselves when we are in isolation. This book is talking about truly being alone, not being alone with your mobile phone, chatting away on social media, but being alone and being disconnected for a while. Now, on a side note, this book didn't really discuss this, but I also find it interesting how at times you can be in a very crowded place and still feel alone. Anyway, that's not what this book is about. To me, this book is about being in isolation and enjoying the time you have to yourself. Apparently, people are also more productive when they work on a project in a quiet, secluded environment. And this is strange, being that currently we see, or we have seen, a trend where people choose to work in co-working spaces, coffee houses, and a lot of companies set up the offices in kind of like a bullpen, where the idea is to have an environment where creativity bounces off the employees when you group them all together. Another interesting part of the book was when Harris spoke about identity, or how we are losing touch with ourselves. It is as if our personal lives have become a business, even if there is no monetary compensation involved. When you start a business, you generally do research, then test market that research, and try and see if you are offering something that the people will want. Now, this procedure or process has been around forever. However, now this concept has spilled over to social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. You see people now who don't have businesses, are not trying to sell anything, are not looking for any monetary gains with their posts or with their pictures. But if it doesn't get a lot of likes, shares, retweets, whatever, these people will adjust their posts in the future, hoping to get more of a positive response. Now, in business, this is wise, but in people's personal lives, it can be viewed as losing one's identity. For example, if someone is a dog person and likes to post pictures of dogs, but then when they post a picture of a cat and notices that they get a ton of likes, a lot of response, a lot of feedback, they may actually alter the post going forward and post a lot more pictures of cats or posts about cats in hopes of getting more of a positive response. And again, in business, this would be a good practice and it would make sense, but on your personal pages, for your personal enjoyment, it's believed that you should post about what you like and what makes you happy. And the way that things are today, many of us seem to be losing that. We're more focused on getting likes and shares than on discussing what really makes us happy and what we enjoy. In any event, I really liked the book Solitude and got a lot out of it. Reading books like this makes me wonder if we will ever experience a rubber band effect. People nowadays are so open with their information and apparently have become addicted to social media. It would be amazing if, somehow the rubber band snapped and people went in the opposite direction and were more concerned about their privacy than their social media status. Currently, you hear people doing 7-day social media fasts where they won't log on to their social media accounts, or they'll use limited email or texting simply just to get through the day or for work, but they'll, for the most part, fast from all social media. Apparently it does wonders for your attitude and your mind. I'm not sure, but it'd be interesting if one day it snaps back and we just completely go in the opposite direction. Anyways, again, I enjoyed the book, and I also enjoyed my stay in Cali. I really hope to get back. There's a lot of places that I did not see. One of the places that I did stay next to was Parque El Penon. And this place I pretty much went to daily. It was really cool. You would have artists selling their artwork, or you would hear musicians playing. It's a really small park, but a lot of people just go there and hang out. Really cool vibe. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You guys take care and have a great day.